Okay, now it's time for the Nintendo 64, Ultra 64, or whatever the hell you want to call it. So let's do my 64 games. We've got 1080 Snowboarding, which is my brother's, I think. That's a pretty decent snowboarding game. We got Perfect Dark, which for my money is possibly one of the best first-person shooters ever, especially with the multiplayer. It's completely customizable, and it's just a fantastic fucking game. I can't think of a game I've enjoyed more than this as a first-person shooter, other than possibly the first Halo. And when the second Halo came out, it kind of ruined Halo 1 for me. We got Castlevania. Yeah, I own Castlevania. I picked it up at a garage sale for maybe $2, I think. Maybe $5. I pick up a lot of games up at garage sales. We got Off-Road Challenge, which is my brother's game. Never played. I don't think I've ever played this. I think he picked this up at a HUD house, but I've never played this. Now, where are the end labels on these? Nintendo, what the hell? I mean, you've always been good about end labels before on Nintendo, Super Nintendo. There's just no fucking end labels on any of these. I don't want to have to write or put stickers on them. Jeez. So I have no idea actually what I'm pulling out of this box. Oh, GoldenEye. GoldenEye 007. Possibly the game that sold more Nintendo 64s than any other game in history. GoldenEye is just badass. James Bond is badass. Although this is one of the only good James Bond games ever made. But awesome game. Still play it to this day, along with Perfect Dark. Star Fox 64. For my money, the only good Star Fox game ever made. Yeah, that's the best Star Fox game. After that, I never played any of the ones after that, and before that, I never played the first one because it looked like shit. I mean, I've played it now, obviously, but it looks like shit. Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey for $2.99. I picked this up at the same Salvation Army I picked up Lethal Enforcers, Gyromite, and Jaws, and I haven't played it yet, but it's Wayne fucking Gretzky, the greatest hockey player who ever lived. It's Gretzky, so I had to have it. Gauntlet Legends. Great arcade port. A little hard though, because there's you have to find these fucking tablets things to advance and finally fight the final boss, and I could never find one of the tablets. My brother just beat this recently, and we've had this game for about 10 years. My dad actually bought this for me for Christmas once, because I went to the local arcade a lot back then, and we would all go, and I'd sit at the Gauntlet machine and just put quarters in and play the game for 2 or 3 hours, and I'd still have quarters. And my brothers and my dad were all running out of quarters in like a half hour, maybe an hour. And I'd just keep playing because I hadn't run out of quarters yet. And he got sick of waiting for me to finish with my quarters, so he threw the band hammer on it and bought me this. Pretty good fucking game, especially if you got a couple of friends to play with. And we got Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Oh, shit, I just realized that my Link's Awakening was missing, too. Fuck! Oh, we got Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Many people believe this to be the best Zelda game ever. I don't think so. It made the transition to 3D really well, but I don't think it's that great of a game. I mean, it's good, but it's not fucking Contra, and it's not fucking, yeah, it's not a GoldenEye. I mean, I really have to be in the right mood to play this. And of course, Super Mario 64. What can be said about Super Mario 64 that hasn't already been said? Well, you know, I'm going to say something. I don't care for it. Super Mario 3, better. Super Mario World, more fun. This one, like, I know everybody was, you know, raving about the controls at the time, but now the controls feel kind of muddy. Like, they don't respond as well for me or something. So, that's kind of... I don't care much for Super Mario 64. I mean, it's still a great game and I still play it, but not that great. We got Rogue Squadron. Probably one of the best flight simulator for Star Wars ever. I never played TIE Fighter because I couldn't understand what the fuck I was doing. I think I played the original Rogue Leader for the computer, and that game was alright, but this is probably the best. Hexen, a port from a computer using the Doom engine. Yeah, it really underperforms in the graphics department. It's just a mediocre first-person shooter thing where you fight demons and shit with like weapons and swords and crossbows. Although it did have a nice class system where you could pick 3 different classes and each class had 4 different weapons. I thought that was really cool because, you know, it gives it some replayability and you can pick different weapons and a different character to suit your playstyle. Space Invaders. Just Space Invaders. This is actually like a super amped up version of Space Invaders. It's actually a pretty nice game, but it's still just Space Invaders. And my brother picked this up at a Hut House. I can't see anybody ever paying $60 for Space Invaders for the 64. And Excitebike 64, which is my brother's as well, and he kind of likes this game. I don't care for it. So that's my Nintendo 64 collection. Not next time. Finally, we'll be covering my PlayStation 2 and Xbox games because they're both in the same sleeve. Until then, people, see ya.